First of all, welcome in my channel, and today I'm going to tell you about my membership plan. First of all, I will provide you .NET Core video tutorial, Dapper tutorial, REST API tutorial, Angular video tutorial. Not only video tutorial, I will provide you complete source code. Okay, and it's not only a simple video tutorial; it's a project-based video tutorial. So each technology have minimum 2 projects. So guys, this is a project-based courses in all technologies, just 800 rupees. And you focus that it's not only a technology, it's a roadmap. Okay, so that is the complete roadmap of .NET Core, and that video tutorial is providing you a past deal for you. Okay, so first of all, I will provide you .NET Core and video tutorial. It's not only it's not only simple video tutorial. Again, I repeat you, project-based video tutorial. So I will cover it, all design patterns and solid patterns and architectural designs. Okay, so I will give you clean architecture-based projects. Okay, so that is .NET Core, and that .NET Core used Entity Framework Core and SQL Server. In further video, I will use ADO.NET and the Dapper, and just after that, I will use Blazor for as a front end, and Angular as a front end, and the React as a front end. So use REST API. So it's a based on project, okay, and it's a roadmap so that we can cover all the topics of the full stack development. So this is only 800 rupees. I will, you just pay me 800 rupees and get all video tutorials. Okay, so day by day. And if you are belong from other country, just pay $15. And it's only a one-time fees. That is, again, I repeat you, one-time fees. Just only pay 800 rupees and get the source code and complete video tutorials. Okay, so how to get the deal? Just fill this form. That is your name, your email ID, your contact number. Contact number is not necessary. Transaction reference ID, order ID, or PayPal ID. If you are belong from India, just pay using UPI ID and just add your transaction reference ID. And after that, if you are belong from other country, just use this my PayPal ID, and this is, you can use this QR code also. Okay, and submit the form. After submitting your form, you will get a notification via email and start your journey for the membership. Okay, so just find the link of this form in your video description box. So must. Okay, so let's get started with to create a image selector component in Angular. So you know that it's a separate component, and I want to add this component in a book project, and I want to select a book cover as well as the book images, you can say. So how to create a separate component for image selector? So here we have a separate component that name is input image component, input-image component.ts, and also we have a HTML file. We all know that how to create a component in Angular, but you don't know how to create a separate component or a custom component for anything. So today I'm going to show you how to design a custom component, and really you can use it in your existing component. So just add a button control here, like button type is button and mat raise button. So I'm using the current version of Angular, so that or you can say that it's a standalone application. So each and every dependency you have to add it in your TypeScript file. Okay, so the button is used here, and the type is the button control button, mat raise button, and the click is what? Click is empty right now because I want to choose input type equals to file here. So the type is the file type, and default is hidden because I want to show only the button. When we click on the button control, on that time the file actually file change file triggered the change event. Okay, so that we can add a template reference variable like that file input and accept that file that is only images. So image slash png, image slash jpg, and change event also, because when we click on the button, that change event is triggered with the change method. And in the change method we can just pass event object, so $sign event. Okay, now after that, you know that if you just click on the button and choose image from the computer or computer drive, your image will be shown into your image tag. But notice that if your image is not present, then it not display. So that you can use ngif structural directive here, and you can check it, image base 64 string. So here we go for the image src is image base 64 string. Okay, so you know that image base 64 string is not right there, but you can take it a variable in your TypeScript file. Also, you received a URL during the edit form, because we all know that input image, that component is not used for the create, or you can say select a new image. Also, it will display a existing URL during the edit operation. So you can take it div ngif current image URL. So both are the string type properties, and src is like that. So we can use current image URL. Okay, now first of all, add a method like change method in your TypeScript file, and event is what, that is type of file colon event is called event. Okay, and another one is to add image base 64 string. It's a type of string, and default you can take it empty string or the white space string. So image base 64 string, it's a type of string, and take it empty string. Now the next one is image URL, the current image URL. Actually current image URL is a type of input decorator. So right now we not use here, or you can take it as a variable like that, input decorator current image URL. And current image URL, it's a path of the image, so you can take it string here, and by default you can take it null or undefined. Okay, now you know that event is a type of event, and you can take it like image file equals to event.current target as a HTML input element, and this dot file is what, file is a type of file, and you can take it image file dot files of 0. Actually file is defined as undefined, so that we can use a question mark here to initialize into init the file. We all know that we take it a custom component in utilities directory, so that we can take it a custom TypeScript file under your utilities directory and create a new function like export function name, that is to base 64. I mean to say that I want to change the file into the into the string format, so that I received a file of type file, and I want to return the promise. So new promise equals to new promise actually have two things, that is resolve and reject. Resolve actually return back to the URL dot result, and reject actually return back to the error. So if you successfully and converted into the URL file into the URL, then you can say just this file actually read by the reader first of all. So const reader equals to new file reader. By using the reader, you can just use it on load method in the promise. So reader dot onload, first of all you can read the file by using read as a data URL. Read as a data URL to read the file. After that you can use onload method, and you can use resolve and reader dot result, and reader dot on error you can reject, you can use reject here. Error here, and reject console.log error. Okay, okay, now you have a file in input image this dot file, but you notice that your file is actually undefined. So first of all, check the files. If you want to send the file to the base64 function, so you can check it event dot current target as a image file. So you can check it image file dot by using the if iterations, image file dot files and image file dot files dot length is greater than 0. So you can check it the file actually, because file have is not undefined. Just after the thing you can add if iteration here, if image file dot files and image file dot files dot length is greater than 0. So you can just say that file is not null or undefined here. Just take it inside here. Okay. Or also you can just take it in image file dot files of 0 instead of uh, taking null operator here, because you already defined the null values. If it is not null, then you can say files is not null right here. So to base 64 this dot files dot then I mean to say that you have a response, and but response, you know that it's not a type of string, so again you got an error message in case of result. And I want to assign the result into the base 64 string, and if you are not get the proper URL, you received a error message in the catch block. So error is what? That is console log. You can take it here. Also else, if image file is null, so you can type it console.log or console.error. No file selected. I want to take it result as a string, but you do not did not define any return type in the promise. So you have to define, you should to define the result type of the promise is so just go to the custom component, or you can say help inside your helper.ts file. And I want to assign the result to the base64 string, like that result. But again I got an error message. You know that image base64 string is not a it's actually have a string, but result is not defined, it's a type of string. So if you want to convert it into the string, again you got an error message, because promise do not did not any return type. So you have to define the return type of the promise. The function to base64 string to base64 actually return the promise of type string, null or undefined of the array buffer. So promise actually return string, null or array buffer. Okay. And again you got an error message, because you know that image base64 string, it's a type of, you know, undefined. But again you got an error message, because result is a type of string, it's not a undefined type. So you have to check it, that is type of result is type of string. So type of result is triple equals to string, so that you can say this dot image base64 string is assigned the value result. Okay, that's cool. Now after assign your result to the image base64 string, your image appear in your division or in your image tag. Now in case of edit operation, you received a current image URL. And must to use ngif as a, you know, as in the library ngif in standalone application. Okay, also you can use mat button module. So here we have image base64 string, current image URL, file input dot click. When you press the button click event, you just change your input file, and as an input decorator you received a current image URL. Now as it's a child component actually, so I want to send back to the file to the current component, I mean to say the parent component, so you can use it here, output decorator. On image selected equals to new event emitter, and in event emitter you just send back to the file to the parent component, and that's fine. Now that one is the image component, custom image component in your Angular, so you can use it in any parent component and pick file, okay, from your local drive. Thank you very much for watching this, and must to join membership program where you received series wise and scratch based courses of Angular, React and .NET Core. Thank you very much for watching this.